Hello there, welcome to my views and news. Another revelation by Jawar Muhammad. Just 48 hours ago, he accused security forces of being involved in conscription, in kidnapping for ransom. A new allegation by Jawar Muhammad against the Ethiopian government. Is Ethiopian government refusing to talk to the Oromo Liberation Army? If the government is really refusing to talk to OLA, what is the reason? Jawar, as we know, is the deputy chairman of the Oromo of Federalist Congress, the main opposition political party in the Oromia region, which boycotted 2021 election. The party is conducting almost no political activity in the region, saying that its offices are closed. It is not allowed by Abi's government to exercise its right of political activity. Party leaders are in prison or abroad. Jawar also stays abroad mostly. Professor Moreira, Gudina sometimes appear, but only to the extent of press briefings. So there is no genuine opposition political activity in Oromia in Ethiopia. Jawar 2 days ago claimed that he had credible information and evidence that security forces were involved in kidnapping youths, laborers, youths of wealthy families. Youths are kidnapped by security forces for conscription. Sometimes a ransom is demanded for the release. And he said he knew a family who had to pay 3,000 bears for the release of their son. Now, a new allegation from Jawar today. We know that Oromo Liberation Army and the Ethiopian government held 2 rounds of talks in the last 1 year or so. Both rounds of talks were held in Tanzania. Zanzibar. Talks collapsed. Third round of talks could not start. Who is to blame? Jawar today blamed the Ethiopian government. He said that WBO, Oromo Liberation Army, is ready for third round of talks. It agreed to be part of third round of talks, but the government refused. Another allegation by Jawar against the Ethiopian government of PM Abiy. Question, viewers, is let's keep Jawar's intentions aside. What is he up to? Let's keep it aside. Why did the Ethiopian government refuse to talk to the Oromo Liberation Army? If you analyze the statements of the government and OLA, both say that they are ready to talk, they are ready to dialogue, to hold dialogue. But there could be two main reasons behind government's unwillingness to talk to OLA. Firstly, the demands made by the OLA in the 2 rounds of talks held were unrealistic according to the government. This is what the government officials said after the collapse of second round of talks, that OLA's demands are not realistic. What were OLA's demands? OLA was calling for dismantlement of Oromia regional government. It was demanding the establishment of a transitional government in Oromia. It demanded the release of OLF leaders, etc. That can be done, but the establishment of transitional government in Oromia, obviously, it won't be acceptable to the Ethiopian federal government, PM Abiy. I talked about the issue of the status of Addis Ababa to status of Afan Oromo language to Issues raised by the Oromo Liberation Army in 2 rounds of talks cannot be decided by OLA and government. There must be involvement of other players too. That is why government calls those demands unrealistic. And some say OLA went to the extent of calling for the exercise of Article 39, which is right to self-determination, right given to regional governments. So back then, when second round of talks collapsed, government called OLA's demands unrealistic. So either the government believes that, so it means that if the government is not willing to talk to OLA, one of the reasons could be the demands made by OLA. Maybe government believes that there's no point in talking to OLA. OLA's demand is so big that they cannot be even considered. First reason. Second reason, I think, is that the government believes that it can crush OLA. It has now the opportunity, the time. It should take advantage of the situation and just crush OLA. After Jalsani and Nagasa left OLA a few weeks ago, we heard statements before and after that OLA was going to be crushed in just 2 to 3 months. It did not happen. It won't happen, by the way. I'm talking on the basis of my sources that OLA isn't going to be crushed in 1 or 2 or 3 months. Government making these claims for years. OLA is a force to be reckoned with. So maybe the government thought that it should now give a try to military operation, which could just break the backbone of the Oromo Liberation Army. That is why we're seeing intensified fighting between OLA and government forces. By the way, government believed the same about Fano too, that it can crush Fano. Since last year, government has been under this impression. I wouldn't say false impression, but it has been under this impression that Fano can be crushed. You saw what happened in the last 1 year. Entire region destabilized. But still, government believes it can crush Fano. I think government wants to keep Amhara region fractured, Amhara elites divided. That is why a continued instability in Amhara suits the federal government. When it comes to OLA, yes, OLA could be a threat to federal government, though the way military operation is being conducted in or Amhara against Fano is not being seen in Oromi. Recently, we saw intensity in fighting between OLA and government forces. Jawar is making big claims. He is just releasing charge sheets against the Ethiopian government PM Abiy on daily basis. Problem is that Jawar wants to fight like a keyboard warrior. He's not a keyboard warrior. He's a politician. He was one of the main figures in Kio's movement. Now he's just tweeting, just posting Facebook posts. Is he incapable or unwilling to lead anti-government sentiment in the Oromia region in Ethiopia? I just leave this question to you. You can comment. Anyone can comment. Jawar himself can comment too, by the way. Is he incapable or unwilling? He knows the people. He says that people are suffering. Government is just destroying the peace, stability. Then it means he's helpless, or he's in collusion with the federal government of PM. Thank you for watching.